So, continuing our coverage of Doctor Strange 2 Into the Multiverse of Madness, and we've got some pretty hefty news from the actual director himself, Mr. Sami Rami, and it's kind of concerning. I had a few messages last night on Instagram at Warstu, and also in the DMs on Twitter for WarstuG, but there is nothing to be concerned about. This is standard procedure for most CGI and VFX-based movies in the 21st century. So, yo, what is good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you aren't new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, pop culture based content that we do on a daily basis. Comment down below to help the algorithm and help the video get pushed out. Subscribe to the channel, it's always much appreciated. Check us out on Instagram at Warstu if you want to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Also check us out on Twitter, WarstuG. So an article came out last night with the director Doctor Strange 2 saying they may undergo even more reshoots after already having a 6 to 8 week reshoot for Into the Multiverse of Madness. And if you combine that with the fact that Benedict Cumberbatch, who plays Doctor Strange and the Sorcerer Supreme, well, he will be the Sorcerer Supreme at some point, he actually said before they went into reshoots that he wasn't even really, narratively speaking, the main star of his own movie. So if you just read this quote out of context, now it was with Variety, it really is worrying if you read it, but if you understand how Hollywood works and predominantly how Marvel works, there is literally nothing to worry about. So Rami told Variety, one of the biggest trades there is and one of the most respectable trades when it comes to direct information coming from interviews, that while he isn't 100% certain on whether the movie is complete, there is still a chance that they have to go back to film some more bits, which is interesting. But it also is worth saying that the test screen information, it wasn't really a test screen, it's in-house because Disney only tests its movie on employees and families of employees that directly live with their family member that works them. So let's read the direct quote. "I think we're done, but we just cut everything," he said. "We're just starting to test the picture. We'll find out if there's anything that's got to be picked up. If something's unclear or another improvement I can make in the short amount of time left, I'll do that." One thing I know about the Marvel team is they won't stop. They keep pushing until it's as close to being great as it could be. So this is kind of normal. And as we found out with Spider-Man No Way Home, because of all the VFX, they literally were editing the movie, I think, to 2 to 3 weeks out before the movie actually got released. So this is normal, especially seeing as it's called Of Madness. There is going to be crazy levels of VFX and CGI within this movie, so they realistically will be doing more reshoots secretly. And then you factor in, careful the spoilers, I don't want to ruin your life, it's never my intention to ruin anything for you. You click into this video with your own validity and your own choice. The amount of alleged cameo roles in this movie, it could just be a scheduling thing, scheduling X, Y, and Z. You know, there's so many rumors of Emily Blunt, John Krasinski being this movie, Professor X, Patrick Stewart, Ryan Reynolds Deadpool, Hugh Jackman Wolverine, and so on and so forth. You've all seen the videos. If you haven't, I'll leave a card over the top now and I'll leave it right at the end of the video so you can watch that. So guys, there is no reason to worry about Doctor Strange 2. It is interesting that a director for the movie has actually come out and said this himself. Usually it's he said, she said, what? And you got to understand this movie, like we know based on the Amazon merchandise, that there is going to be somewhat a multiversal Avengers team because they are selling official merchandise that has the Avengers logo on it. So we know there will be some other Avengers in this. This is not a spoiler. This is not a leak. It is literally on sale on Amazon and has been everywhere in the last 24 to, I guess, 72 hours. Also, something that I have noticed is a lot of people keep asking me, why do the big YouTubers not cover the leaks anymore? Now, I know the answer to this question, but it's not my place to say. But yes, I do keep getting asked on the DMs, in Instagram, yo, Warstu, why do the bigger Marvel leakers, Marvel spoiler channels not cover any of the information you're covering? Does this mean it's not real? Does this mean there's no validity to it and all that kind of stuff? There is a perfectly fine reason why they have decided not to cover them kind of leaked kind of videos, but you know my policy. If it's already publicly out there, I feel cool covering it because it's publicly already out there. If you want to know why the bigger YouTubers who used to do spoilers and leaks for Doctor Strange 2, ask them. Don't ask me. It's not my place to say, but the reasoning, it's a perfectly fine reason why they're not covering it. And no, it's nothing to do with the leaks not being real or it being fake news. It just is what it is. So also, in the same interview, Rami seemed unfazed in the interview. The man who followed a breakthrough comic book movie with 2 more Tobey Maguire-led Spider-Man movies also noted that they loved No Way Home, especially seeing Maguire, Alfred Molina, and William Dafoe. It was so much fun. It was delightful to watch Alfred Molina play his role. William Dafoe, just seeing these guys taking it to the next level. And Tobey was freaking awesome. The world's best. I can say it is refreshing for me. Doctor Strange 2 hits the cinemas May the 6th. Or does it? At the moment, it does. I'm only joking. When he says he doesn't even know if it's done yet, he's got to be careful what he says, because everyone that works for Marvel, you know, they've got a sniper. They've got a sniper on them. And if they say the wrong word, Kevin Feige says, take the shot. No, we're joking. So it is interesting. The leaks, the rumors for this movie, they're absolutely insane. And I really enjoy covering this kind of content. Why? Because this takes me back to when the channel first started covering Marvel content. You guys, the community loves talking about these crazy leaks, these crazy rumors. Are they real? Aren't they real? Are they fake? And that was part of the reason why it's now come out that Sony actually changed the marketing plan. Sony's original marketing plan for No Way Home wasn't to tease any of the multiversal stuff. They were actually just going to have in the trailers, now this sounds ridiculous, they were going to have it being built up to be a fight between Doctor Strange and Tom Holland Spider-Man, and that literally was going to be it. So the leaks actually made the build-up for No Way Home 10 times better than it was going to be. Now these leaks are getting crazy, and I believe the most recent leak we did when we went over the whole thing somewhat is true. I know a lot of stuff from behind the scenes, but I don't want to talk about that kind of stuff because I'm not a leaker. But if something is already on the line, it is fair game for me to talk about it. So, is Tom Cruise in this movie? That is a really big talking point, because Grace Randolph said on Twitter during the test screen, it wasn't really a test screen, it was an in-house testing, that Tom Cruise isn't there. But if you go to every single leak on Reddit, on 4chan, because let's be honest, all these Twitter sphere scoopers, their source is either Trust Me Bro or Reddit. Literally every information coming out on Twitter about this movie was on Reddit weeks prior, and people were like, yeah, they're just guessing. They can't keep guessing everything. Exact same as No Way Home. Everything that leaked with No Way Home was on the internet weeks and months ahead of these leakers. So some leakers, I mean, they're not scoopers, they're leakers saying he's not in it, to my understanding, but I'd love to see him. Look, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. It's a thing that has happened in my life, but I read the full leak on 4chan and it doesn't match up with what I've been told. Multiverse of Madness. Interesting. Now, I always find it interesting when people say it doesn't match up to what I was told. There is literally people telling other people some different things. So as far as we here on the channel understand, yes, Tom Cruise will be in this movie, but Grace Randolph said it would seem he wasn't in the cut shown today. I discussed recent rumors in my latest video. There is multiple cuts of multiple movies standard. There was a 4-hour test screening for the Batman movie, but the actual official runtime is 2 hours and 55 minutes, which means there's over an hour footage cut. No Way Home had multiple new scenes with Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, which, interesting enough, they actually are going to be re-releasing No Way Home in the summer to try and break 2 billion, according to the Twitter sphere. So, yeah, again, you don't know if that information is true. I don't want to keep going over the same. There are a lot of fake leaks on YouTube. It is standard, but there is a difference between a leak, a rumor, and factual. There's a lot of fake rumors about Ghost Rider. And, you know, if you've watched the most recent video, as far as I know, it will be Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider appearing. But some people will have you believe there's going to be multiple Ghost Riders in this movie. But we don't know what's going to happen. The problem is with YouTube and with the YouTube sphere is, I hate to say this, is a lot of videos is based on perception and opinions, but it's voiced and worded like it's factual news, when really it's not factual news. It's stuff coming off Reddit and 4chan and people making assumptions and predictions of what could happen, which I think is an even better way. I prefer people going over what they perceive to happen rather than actually knowing what's happened. Of course, Ghost Rider is coming to the MCU. Sure, he definitely is. But which version of Ghost Rider will it actually be? Will it be Nicolas Cage? Will it be Keanu Reeves? Will it be Warstu? We don't know. Find out next time on the most recent Multiverse into Madness update. Okay, guys, we'll go over a few leaks now. Careful with spoilers. I don't want to ruin your life. These are leaks that we we haven't gone over predominantly in the other video we did about 3-4 days ago. So let's break it down. Also, take it with a pinch of salt, because as I said in the last few minutes or so, we don't know what's true. I kind of know what's going on behind the scenes, but I would not talk about that stuff publicly until someone else has brought it up on Twitter or something like that. So recently it was discovered the voice dubbing actor for Tobey Maguire was actually seen in a picture with the voice dubbing actor for Elizabeth Olsen was seen together, and then that pretty much does confirm that Tobey will be in Doctor Strange 2. So something I think you should watch out for at the moment is, obviously I said a bit earlier in the video, there's a reason why the bigger Marvel YouTubers are not really covering leaks, or if they are, they're saying speculation, like there's speculation pieces rather than actual factually speaking information is. I think you may see this from, you know, Twitter sphere, scoopers, leakers, whatever you want to call it. I think they would double down on all this stuff as well. It's also worth saying that personally, I think Tom Cruise will be in this movie. I just think what's going to happen is they aren't going to show everything in these in-house test screeners, similar to how they didn't show the press junket press of much of Spider-Man No Way Home, because they wanted to keep the validity, they wanted to keep secrets out of reach for as long as possible. And it could also be the case here that they're trying to protect what's actually happening in the movie based on information that we do know from what I said about why certain big YouTubers, creators and stuff won't be talking about leaks so openly. Is from what I know firsthand is Marvel is trying to counteract the narrative of, I guess you can see, leaks. Realistically, regardless to if they're real or not, it just seems that Marvel is trying to control the leak narrative. So I guarantee as of now there will be less bigger creators talking about leaks, and if they do, it will be speculation. It'll be worded cleverly, it'll be worded like speculation or something like that. It won't be worded leak, this is like an actual leak. It will be speculation, which I guess makes finding out if leaks are real harder, but also that's a good thing because you're gonna go into the cinema, the theaters, and you won't have a freaking clue which rumors, what speculation, what leaks are real or not. So like always, guys, let me know everything down below. I will keep you up to date with all the latest and greatest Multiverse Into the Madness Marvel news, and any other Marvel news that comes up. If there is any videos you want me to cover, just let me know down below, or you can hit me up on Instagram at Warstu, or you can hit me up on Twitter at WarstuG. So like always, guys, thank you very much for spending a few moments with me, and I will catch you in another video very soon, guys. Catch you later.